Hi, I'm Kathy Davis from Momentum. What I'd like to do today is go through what you need to do to get JobKeeper up and running within advanced payroll. What I've got on the screen at the moment is the steps that hopefully you've already started progressing through, including continuing to pay your employees. You will also need to notify your employees that you are going to be claiming JobKeeper, and they have to acknowledge that they're aware that you are actually doing this on their behalf. You will also need to register with the ATO on the business portal, which needs to be put in place as well. So all of this various steps will need to be done by the end of April. So let's now have a look at what has to be done within the actual payroll software. So what we have to do is we need to actually set up some pay items that are going to actually signify to the ATO of who is going to be being paid the JobKeeper, and that is creating a pay item which will be for signifying the start. So we do this by actually creating pay items. There'll be allowances. So let's start with the first one. We can go JK START FN01. And then the import, you can call it whatever you like, but the import, as far as a code, but the actual description must be precise, because that is what's going to be picked up off the single touch payroll by the ATO. Now we're going to select allowance, and we're going to put in an amount of 1 cent. Yes, it does mean that you're going to be paying your staff 1 cent, but it means that it will actually be recognised for single touch. Otherwise, zero gets ignored. And you need to do your usual general ledger purpose, salary and wages, and save it. Now, all right, so now the other pay item that you probably or may need will be the JobKeeper top-up. So let's have a look at creating one of those. JK top up. Let's fix that up. And add our description. And it's going to be an allowance. Again, salaries and wages will be fine. This will be the actual amount, the top-up amount, this one. All right, so this will be taking up the difference of what your employees' standard wage is and what extra you need to pay them to get them up to the $1,500 a fortnight. So this you may want to actually put to a different general ledger purpose. All right, so I'm going to save that. Now, what might happen is that you have an employee that leaves your employment, and so what you will have to do is advise the ATO that they have left and stop the payment for it. So for that, what you will need to do is send another code, which is JobKeeper finish and the actual fortnight that you are going to stop the payment. So as I've said, the description is what is important for the actual ATO, not the pay item code. And we'll do our salary and wages. And this one will have to be the 1 cent again. And allowance. Right, so we've got amount 1 cent. We have salary and wages, and save. So if you have people that are starting with you, then you will need to actually send this code off. Sorry, let's go back. Create other fortnight codes of when they start. So you might have FN1, FN2, FN3, depending on if you're taking on staff or not. All right, so that part of it is complete. Now, the next step is to actually, and again, I'm presuming you've done all the other components here already that are required to be done. Sometime before the 26th of April, you will need to pay all your staff this allowance in their pay. You have two options. One is to create basically a one-off pay to pay them, or you can include this within their existing pay run. And it will be just a matter of coming into your pay run, I know, and opening it up. I've got dates here. Let's go action, create pay. Let's pay the warehouse guys for April. Now you need to make sure that anything that you do is going to be a payment date of sometime in April. Oops, that's February. All right. I think if you've got a lot of staff, it's going to be easier just to pay them within the normal pay run so that you don't have to clear their normal rates. So it will be just a matter of going in and adding a JobKeeper start. So that now will let the ATO know that this person is entitled to the JobKeeper, or at least you're entitled for them JobKeeper. Now, anybody that is going to receive the top up, you pay them their normal wages. Let's find somebody else, hey? Let's go to the next person. You'll pay them their normal wages, what they would normally work, so they're 20 hours. And then you add the top-up pay item for the difference in the 1,500 to the 2,000. So here I'm going to pay $262.65 to equal, sorry, what I didn't do here is 20 hours here. Pay them their normal wages. Okay. So I'm paying their normal wages, their normal 20 hours, and going to balance it off. Right, well, that failed a little bit. It's good before. That's pretty close there. All right, so pay them their 30 hours and the top up to get them to the 1,500. So The 1200 will have super still, and the 262 will not have super. Our other employee, all of the other employee here will actually have super as per normal because they are over the 1500. Right, so that part's covered. Now, if you have a lot of employees on your books in the hundreds, then we have got a way that we can actually do that for you, and it will be a matter of using timesheet importing to import that particular pay item. Or if you have already using a timesheeting product, add that in as an extra pay item to be able to do the notification to the ATO for all your staff. If you have any questions or queries regarding the JobKeeper, you really need to think about whether it's actually going to be something which is a software related or whether it's actually going to be something that has to go through the ATO, and highly recommend that you go to the ATO website where it is actually laid out fairly clearly what needs to be done and what steps will have to be actually taken. So until next time I do one of these little sessions, I'll leave you to set up these pay items, and by all means send us an email, support@momentumss.com.au, or give a call on our usual number 0754791877 and we'll help you out. Until then, bye.